Good evening, ladies. I'm going to give you a quick tutorial video on how to use your Glogster. Now, as you can see, I'm already doing some interactions with Glogster because I really want to show you the process from the start. Now, remember, your Glogster is going to be a multimedia portion of your fourth quarter project assignment. If I make some mistakes on speaking, please bear with me on this. What I'm looking really just to do is to show you guys how to quickly put together a simple one. Now, you'll be graded on creativity for your Glogster, so I'm going to show you the simple approach to these things, but it's up to you to be creative and exercise in your judgment as to what's going to make a good multimedia presentation. So we're going to start with create a new glog, and we're going to go with vertical or horizontal. It's really up to you on how you want to do it. Now, with whatever happens though, is you're going to see that there's images that are going to already be on your Glogster. We want to get rid of that. How do we get rid of it? It's actually pretty simple. If you click it, it's going to highlight the different images. So click it and then press delete. Or you could press the garbage can. It's really up to you. Okay, so now I clearly have an empty glog. Let's start filling this up with some images. Now, where do I get these images from? It's actually not that difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the process of getting an image that you want. So for starters, what we're going to do is we're going to create a folder. So I already created a folder called US History Glogster Art, and there's already a piece of art in there. There are two images in here. I'm going to explain what they are in a moment, and I'm going to explain where you can get images from. So now that I've created a folder, in this case again, US History Glogster Art, or ushistory.glogsterart, what I'm going to do is I'm going to want to go to, let me just get this little icon out of the way. I'm going to want to go to Google. So when I go to Google, I typed America JPG, Google Images. A JPG is simply just a picture file. And once I got the images, I can scroll through a variety of them that I want. And this one looks pretty good. God bless America. Why not? So if I click it once, there's going to be a little options that come up. Visit page, view image. I'm going to view image because what it's going to do is going to put the image on its own website. So from there, what I can do is I can actually right click, save image as. So it's going to save the image right in the folder that I want it to be saved in. And that's because I just used this folder. If you didn't use a folder recently, you're going to have to search for the folder on your desktop. So I'm just going to rename this to God Bless America and then save it. Now, another type of file that I want you guys to look up is a GIF file. So I typed in was America and then GIF following it. What separates a GIF file from a JPEG file is that a GIF file has a moving animation into it. So let me show you really quick what that means. So as you can see on this file right here, there's a flickering of stars and some light animations within the American flag and the American continent. So what I'm going to do is the same concept, view image. So as you can see, it shows up on a website, and it's flickering. Same principle, save images as, we'll go America, glimmer, and then we'll save it. So I want to go to the Glogster for one moment, minimize, and show you what files are in my folder now. So as you can see, I have 4 different files in my folder. Now this one and this one were the 2 files I just downloaded to the folder. So how do I get them on my Glogster to use? That's what I'm going to show you right now. Go back to your Chrome, and I have my blank Glogster, and I have 4 options up here. Ignore these 2 options. We are only going to use these 2 options. We're going to start, if we want to add something to our portfolio to use, we will upload. So by clicking on the upload, it now brings us to an area where we can choose a file to upload so we can use that file on our Glogster. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to find my Glogster art folder, and I'm going to go to God Bless America. So I clicked it, and as you can see right there, right after I clicked it, it said upload. Follow along as I do the next one. Okay, so I just uploaded 2 files. Now I want to upload something else I made, and that was a video of my dog. So I'm going to go to Upload, and I'm going to go to my phone, because I'm going to take it straight from my phone. Now, for Android, if you have a video file, it's going to be under a DCIM folder. And once I click that, I go then to Camera. These are all images that are stored from my camera. Now, if you're using a specific app as a camera program on your phone, you may have to find it on a different folder. For me, because I use just the standard Android camera app, I find it in this folder. So once I go there, I have a whole bunch of different things to choose from. Now, it was the last thing I did, so I'm just going to double click it. So as you can see, it's uploading right now. It's a bit of a larger file, so it's going to take some time. So now the next thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to start making my Glogster. Now remember, your Glogster is going to be reflective of your essay. So you're going to want to put images, maybe some quotes. If you want to use music, you can do that. And make sure that it reflects what your essay is about. And if you want, you can either make a video to supplement the Glogster, or you can do an audio recording. I would probably suggest doing an audio recording because a video is going to take up too much size for a file, and you're going to have to probably cut it, have it low res, or not use it at all. So I'd probably suggest using only an audio file, so record yourself, which you can do on your computers because all of your computers have microphones. So I have put all the images that I want onto Glogster. What do I do now? Well, I have to add them. Now, as you can see, I have a variety of different options to choose from. Text, graphics, image, wall, page, audio, video, data. We're only going to use a handful of them for our simple Glogsters today. We're going to start with our wallpaper. So we go straight to wall. So a variety of different things came up. Now, I don't want any of these as my wallpaper. So I scroll over it. That's what I want for my wallpaper. So if I click it, I see a bunch of different options to choose from to preview. Normal, tile, stretch, stretch fill. The goal of this is to get it to cover the entire screen. So I'm going to want to go stretch fill. So I use it. And I'm just going to X this out so I can see, indeed, my entire Glogster is covered with a photo. Ladies, you can see clearly that this photo is low resolution. Try to get a photo that is higher resolution, meaning that it doesn't look as grainy on screen and that it looks really clear and crisp, because part of your project is going to be based or graded off of the quality of what you do. Now, I want to add some things to my project. What do I want to add? Well, I want to add some images because our project has to have images. So the first thing I want to add, now, see these? Remember them? We uploaded them and they showed up on the image aspect. Make sure if you're putting a picture up after you've done your wall that you've switched to the image icon. Now over here is a bunch of different graphics to choose from. We're not going to touch on them, but you can if you want to be creative. For this, we're going to stick with what I put together really quick. So we're going to use the GIF file, God Bless America. So if you double click it, or if you click use it, it comes up. And this is a little big, so I'm going to want to make this small. And maybe just put it right over here by the bird. We're not in any rush or in any type of system right now that we need to go crazy with it. So we put it up there. All right, awesome. Let's put something else up there now. So we're going to want to go, why not put God Bless America up there? So if you double click, it says Glog item loading, please wait. So right now I'm just going to wait for it to load. And there it is. It's loaded. Awesome. Oh my gosh. Wow. And we're going to want to shrink it to try to be a little bit on scale with our other image. So it's a tad bit bigger. So we're going to have to work around with it. And that's a little better, not perfect. And let's just move it over here. Okay, awesome. So what else can we do with this? Well, we can do a couple of other things. I want to add now text. So we'll go to our text option. As you can see, there's a variety of different options to choose from when using a text option. You'll see a whole bunch of different things. Well, for the sake of simplicity, let's just use this top one right here. So what's going to happen is you double click and it'll begin to load the text box. And I'll show you what that looks like as soon as it loads. And there it is. Okay, so your text here. Well, you don't want it there, so what are you going to do? You're going to click it once and hold the click and just drag it where you want it to go. Now in this case I dragged it above this picture. If I want to do another text box, I'll go back to add. It's already on text, so I'll just click my text box and then go to use it. So now I have, well, actually I have an extra text box. I don't want that, so I'm just going to delete it. And let's move our text box over here. Now guys, you have the options of playing around with the size of your text box so that it can fit more appropriately to the photo you want to use. So how do I write in my text box? Well, it's actually pretty simple. I double click on it and it brings up this screen. So what do I do if I want to type? Well, you see my cursor's moving. I'm just going to type America the Beautiful. Alright. And I'm going to want to change the color of it. So how do I do that? Well, by clicking and highlighting, you can bring up your color menu. And let's see if maybe we can get it to match the red. It's an okay red. If you want to play around with the colors, you can add different colors over here by all colors. And one thing I'm also going to want to do is change the font style. And you're going to see there's a variety of different font styles to choose from. Let's use the classic medium, America the Beautiful. So when you click on that, you leave it at size 36 font and you're all done. You click away from it, you move it back to where you want it to be, and that's it. You've now made a text box, you've changed the font, and you've changed the color. Awesome. Now, what are we going to do? Let's add an audio file. So we go to audio. Now I've already uploaded audio to this. Uploading audio is exactly the same way as uploading a JPEG or uploading a GIF or uploading a video. Now there's some issues with Glogster tonight, so maybe it's not letting me upload the audio portion. Let's go straight to the video I made. Alright, awesome. There it is. So when I double clicked on it, my video popped up. Yay, that's a video of my dog. I'm going to shrink it so it looks a little more appropriate for the Glogster. Now, the video's there. I can't watch it in this mode because right now we're in editing mode. If I want to actually watch it or if I want to preview any music that goes on top, I'll show you what we can do in a moment. I'm going to try to add that audio file again. Hopefully that loads. If it doesn't, don't worry. I do know for a fact it works because I have already used it. There's been some issues with the Glogster website this evening. Now real quick, one of the things I want to show you for images is, see these little dots over here? These are firework GIFs. So I clicked it and I want to use this. It adds an animation now. So let's just put this right over here. Yeah, that looks good. I like this. I'm going to want to make another one. So I'm already there. Let's use another one. Okay, awesome. So now I have America surrounded by fireworks. Now, what did I do to search for that? I typed in fireworks GIFs, and then exactly how I saved the photos, I saved the fireworks GIFs. So, let's see if we could try to find the audio one more time. Alright, there we go. Let's use it. Now, when you use your audio file, be mindful. A little pink icon comes up. Aesthetically, it doesn't really look good. So, we want to move that out of the way. Now that I have my Glogster complete, now there's a variety of other things I can do if I want to add text or whatnot. For now, we're going to keep it as is. I want to see how everything works out. Let's preview it. Now this is how everyone's going to see my blog. I'm going to start the music first, and I'm going to play the video.
Come here.
Okay, real quick, ladies, make sure that your audio and your video volume are going to be adjusted so that it doesn't make one sound so much louder and drown out the other. So really, this is just a quick video. I'm going to lower the volume on that, and that's my dog.